Welcome back to another episode of Talking Franchise, a Talking Netflix episode.
And a Talking Spoilers episode.
Also, right, all together, all in one, because Chucky is a franchise.
Cult of Chucky debuted on Netflix. It's not a Netflix original though. But Cult of Chucky came out as a kid. Was a huge fan. As corny and cheesy as the movies were.
Guess what? I was not a fan.
I grew up.
I was
the
a
Child's
kid.
Play series.
When I was a child, I was fucking terrified of this doll. I remember accidentally turning it on my grandmother's TV, and it was on that channel.
But he's a good guy.
And he was on there. I was like, boop! I shut it off so fast, and I ran and hid under my covers. I don't know. What's the deal with this? What's the deal with people putting the cover over their head? Like that's going to protect them. But yeah, I got this blanket over me. You can't get me now. So, we got Chucky's back. What's his name? Charles?
Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee Ray.
Chucky's back. It's a direct sequel to the 2013 film Curse of Chucky.
I seen that one.
Yeah. It was a direct-to-video movie. The first 5 Child's Play movies went to theaters. The last one, direct-to-video. It was all right. I liked it, but and it happens with this movie too. I was like, I'm all for more Chucky. It doesn't have to be in the theaters, I guess. It's a little low budget. To me, the way Chucky walks, it looks a little off. Where it looked like in the early 90s movies, he walked better. It looks weird when he
looks. I was saying that.
Even the last one, so it's low. So even in today's age, where they're making a direct-to-video movie, and with the
budget definitely looked.
So it's a smaller, but they don't
small budget.
They don't. Yeah, but these movies were small budget to begin with. How can something making a puppet walk in the 90s look better than when it does almost 30 years later? I don't understand it.
I don't know, man.
But I was looking forward to this movie. I was excited. Alex Vincent, the actor who played Andy in the first 2 movies, came back. I haven't seen him act.
The first 3 movies.
He wasn't in the third.
No?
No.
Who was in the third?
Andy is in the third movie, but it's 10 years later.
That's what I'm saying. He's older.
Yeah, but it's not the actor.
It's not the same actor?
No, because Child's Play came out 1 year later after... Child's Play 3 came out 1 year after Part 2.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, obviously, Angel.
Obviously,
someone doesn't like.
I don't remember the time.
But yeah, they bring back Andy in the series. I haven't seen him act in anything since Child's Play 2, and I don't.
Since he was a little kid, right?
Yeah, I don't think he really acts either. But I mean, it was fun. It was cool to see the opening sequence.
Yeah.
The opening sequence, I'm going to say, had me a little worried when he goes on a date with this girl, and she finds out about it. She's like, why didn't you tell me? He tells her the story. He's like, yeah, my babysitter died when I was 6 years old. She's like, okay, that's fucked up. And then he's like...
Then he got adopted in Part 2.
And then he's like, so did 37 other people. It's like, the one person, she was like, okay, but then he's like, 37 other people. Then I know I'm tired in front of me too. And she's like, okay, I'm done with this date. And I was like, so he goes back home. He's in a cabin. I thought this would be like a cheap little cameo where they were setting up to him to just die. I'm like, if they kill off Andy right now, just like that.
Oh, you thought he was going to die at the beginning?
Yeah, I thought the very beginning, I was like...
Somehow he was going to die.
Yeah, I thought Chucky would just kill him like that. Because you didn't know, in the context of when it was taking place, he had a cameo at the end credit scene of Curse of Chucky, but when you watch the rated version of that, that's not on there. So I wasn't even sure if they were going to use that scene as like a platform. But they do. So people get a little confused with that. At the end of Curse of Chucky, Chucky was delivered to Andy's house, and when he's getting out of the box, Andy's already ready for him with the shotgun. He's like, child. And boom, fucking shoots him, and I guess he's now just been keeping Chucky's head.
Yes.
All sewed up, nailed, just been tortured him on the weekends. Andy lives a terrible
life now. But he
went through a lot. He went from his mom dying, right?
Until being put in a foster home. His foster family getting murdered, which is only his foster sister survived that one.
And then he went to the military, and his whole fucking school of cadets.
His whole brother, and all his brothers, man. It was
But yeah, so he survived.
He's hell bent on taking out Andy.
They made Andy a badass where Chucky can't beat him. Chucky can't do shit.
He hasn't killed him since he was a little kid. He's seen everybody die. He went to the army.
Well, it makes sense. Little ass Chucky couldn't kill a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old kid, and then a 17-year-old. So now that Andy's a full adult, he just bitch slap Chucky all day long. So I do like that dynamic. He's not in it all that much though. After that scene, they kind of put him off to the side, and then this is a direct continuation.
Because what he thinks he has, Chucky, he has Charles, Ray as a head. Because you said at the beginning, there's the date. He goes back home, and then it was revealed, he has his head, and he's torturing his head. He's like,
and then they just go into the opening credits, and then they jump right into the last movie where the main character Nika.
From Curse of Chucky.
She was blamed for all the murders of her family and sent to an insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's weird things happening. And this is like 4 or 5 years later. This is taking place, and then they deem her okay to go back. She's not in a maximum security place anymore. There's less cameras now. Little plot device, so the cameras can't pick up Chucky.
Yeah.
So they put her in another place. Less security and weird things start happening.
Well, an insane asylum.
They made the therapist made her believe that she committed the murders, and that's why she's okay. She can go there now. But a good guy doll, multiple good guy dolls wind up there. And
the first one is from the doctor that uses it to try to help her, get over what
things get really weird with that doctor.
Yeah, he's a very sicko.
I was like, you could tell this. They can take chances because it's a direct-to-video movie. It was like if some of the dialogue was a little out of nowhere. It was just like I don't know. Like I said, you probably want to see that in a theatrical movie. The orderly person that's taking care of Nika at the beginning, he comes in and he tells her, "Oh, this is the rules of the place."
It's like,
and then he's asking her what's wrong, and out of nowhere he's just like, "My husband has MS." He's like, so I know how it feels, but it's just like, knowing the writer,
he tries to I forget what he does. He helps her out, and he's like, "Oh no, don't get it twisted." He's like, "Don't, I don't like you. You're not my friend, so don't think we're cool. I do not like you." And then he continues to have a conversation with her, like share an intimate detail of his life with her.
Yeah, and it's okay.
You just say, basically, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know nothing about you. But then he shows he drops that.
The good thing and the bad thing about these Chucky films, they've kept the same writer and Don Mancini. If I'm pronouncing that right, he's been the writer of the series the whole entire time. Chucky's been going through it, so he also directed the last 3, right? He did. Yeah, he had directed Seed of Chucky, wrote it. Seed of Chucky, probably the worst. I wouldn't say it's the worst one, but it's definitely different. It's a comedy. Kid? Yeah, it's a comedy. It's definitely different.
I can't even remember.
They tried to
Redman's in it.
They tried to bring back Chucky to his horror roots, and I wouldn't say this movie's scary, but it's definitely dark. There's a few comedic elements on it, but it's more downplayed than anything. It's definitely back. This is probably the creepiest Chucky. The kills are all right in this movie.
I think the kills are pretty cool. The one where he had I don't mean cool.
The glass ceiling where he just kicks it. Chucky's movement just looks so awkward.
Yeah.
And then, he takes the can and just jumps up, shoots up into the air.
So, wait, we got the Chucky dolls. The first one comes in because of the doctor. Second one is Tiffany comes, his girlfriend, and he drops off the doll. And drops off a Chucky doll. And Chucky has found a way he found a spell to put his soul into various objects, so different things. So he could put his soul,
is a reveal. That they do at the ending. They played it up for a while where there was multiple Chuckies, but maybe not one of them. They weren't all doing.
When I started to see it, I said he had to find. I automatically put two and two together.
Some of the continuity of the series.
I said he definitely found a way to put his soul into different ones. He extended it.
I'm torn about it. I like the fact that there's continuing the continuity, but having Tiffany still around and alive. Even in the last movie, it didn't make a whole lot of sense with him still having the scars. It doesn't make sense how Tiffany's still around. Like some of the stuff that they do, it's just...
She died, right?
Yeah, she died in multiple movies. And then even in Seed of Chucky. And then it's like, she wasn't with him in Seed of Chucky. And now, she also in Curse of Chucky, she just came back out of nowhere. She was with him again.
The doll and her, right?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But, they're trying. So it kind of ruins a little bit of the continuity of what happens in the other movie. So it's not all...
So what are you going to say? They're probably going to scrap the ones where...
No, I feel like no.
That didn't happen.
It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's still fun to see Chucky back on the screen. The way that they obviously have a plan where they're going, but this is going to be the focus of this. Apparently, there's going to be more sequels. I was surprised this one again ended on a dark ending. Nika, who suffered in the last movie, had to go into the insane asylum. This time now, Chucky's inside of her.
Yeah, he transferred his soul into her as well. So,
and they had at the end. They had Andy finally gets to the place too, and he gets locked up. He defeats one Chucky, but there's multiple Chuckies.
Andy's a badass, definitely, because he cut that one's hair, so he knew there was a gun inside there. He had a gun inside of his the doll. And he cut his hair for that specific purpose.
It wasn't so he knew something was going on, but it probably wasn't the smartest plan. He left that gun inside that Chucky, but just killed that Chucky. And he unloaded all his bullets into that one. There was still multiple around.
I'm pretty sure he was ready to.
He got locked up, and at least they didn't kill him. That was my main worry. I was just like, oh, so Chucky's going to get away with this, but Andy's still going to end up dying. They let him live. And
I don't think that will be...
Apparently, this is not on the Netflix version. You guys need to watch the unrated version on DVD. There is an after credits post scene, which if I would have seen it, I would have enjoyed it. You can look it up on YouTube right now, too. Post-credit scene.
Spoiler alert.
We've already spoiled it anyways. This is talking spoilers, people. Kyle, from the second movie...
His foster sister and his foster sister.
Said, Andy gave me a call and let me know what was going on. She fucking gets ready, starts...
Which also means that, she might go and get
She's going to...
Andy.
The next film, it looks like it's going to be Andy and Kyle teaming up again to take down the remaining Chuckies and Nika, who...
Now it's
is Nika
worse. They need to stop him before.
Is Nika completely down? And you know what? Getting back to making Andy a badass, I like how when Chucky's inside of Nika, he's like, what are you going to do? You're going to kill me? You're going to kill the girl, too. He does... Andy doesn't hesitate. He's like, he pulls that trigger, but he's out of bullets. But Chucky was just like, oh, you're not going to kill me. I'm an innocent person. Andy don't give a fuck. No more. He don't play around. He ain't playing games. This ain't child's play, motherfucker.
This ain't child's play. Basically, he became a hard ass.
Yeah, no, I did like that dynamic.
I liked Andy in the movie. I think, what was it?
Like I said, there was some weird things to this movie and the characters, because they're all, you got the other guy he has multiple personalities, and then it's revealed he doesn't. He's just pretending to do that for attention.
It's not because he has split personality disorder, and he just absorbed, I guess, that personality. He created that personality. Yeah, he's like, I could still hear him and hear his voice drilling in my head, and then what happens?
He does.
No, Chucky
Oh,
drills him into his head.
Would you say that's the? What was your favorite kill of the movie?
I
would say that's probably.
I don't like killing. I don't.
The best kill. We're doing horror movies. We're gonna start talking about serious. When we start talking franchise and so on, we're gonna.
The most brutal one.
Yeah, no. What was the best kill in this movie?
The most brutal one.
The best.
Yo, Yo, Chucky, he's on another level. I don't admire him or nothing. It's like, and this one shows how smart he is and how fucking much of a problem that Charles Lee Ray
some
is.
of the child's play, it's okay to cheer for
and
Chucky.
He has definitely an obsession with people. He takes an obsession towards people, and then he wants to kill them. Like, he wants to kill Andy.
And here's the thing.
He wants to kill this.
It's a weird dynamic too because Nika actually gives up. At one point, she tries to kill herself.
Yeah,
and Chucky saves her. He's like, "No, I'm not done with you." He wants to torture her.
Yeah,
that was a little odd too. Like, no, Chucky would just kill her, and no, instead he's like, "No, I'm gonna do something worse. I'm gonna be inside of you."
That's ultimate punishment, probably. Her personality is back there screaming.
The best kill probably is when he drills it. As corny and cheesy as it is the line.
Yeah, because it's the line.
In my head, I would say that's probably the best kill of the movie.
I would say that one as well because that's why I mentioned it as well. So what do we?
I wasn't crazy on the end. The ending was okay, the reveal, but the execution of how everything went down, and obviously they were leaving it open for more sequels. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving this? For me,
what?
I would give it a 5.5 out of 10. Like I said, it was as nice as it was to see him back on the screen.
I would give it a 6.
There's some things that don't work in it. And there was some things that don't work in...
It was actually... I don't like scary movies, but it was definitely an interesting movie. It was more... It's no longer horror. It's like a psychological
There was
thriller
things
type
that
deal.
didn't work in Curse of Chucky, but it was okay. I'd give it a 6. I don't think this is as good as Curse of Chucky, the last one. But it was nice seeing Andy back on the screen. I would give the next film another go.
6.
There's a rumor, though.
6.5.
There's a rumor, if this is true, the sequel, I don't know where you go with. They're trying to keep this grounded, or they're trying to bring it back to its horror roots. There's a rumor that the next Chucky film is going to be set in space. I don't know.
What?
I don't know what you want to do with that. I thought they would continue Andy and Kyle, but there is a rumor. Oh, and he says the son of Chucky will be back in the next movie. A comedy character that I thought they were trying to get away from. Apparently, no. The next Chucky is Glenda is coming back in it. And it may be in space.
What? In space? Against Dominic Toretto? No way.
Dominic Toretto?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is a universal
That's
film.
what I'm saying.
We're bringing the fast guys to Child's Play. They're meeting.
No way.
There's only one person, there's only one team that can take down all these Charles Lee Rays. And that's the Fast Chives.
The Toretto family.
And The Rock. Later smack down together.
Oh my god.
But, yeah, I would have 5.5.
I'd say 6.5.
And this has been Talking Spoilers.
Until next time, remember to check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Type in Talking Franchise. And don't be a Marty Kong.